Ever?
I have drank. I guess mostly just regular brandies and coolers, sake, stuff like that. But no, I don't drink at all that often. Very rarely.
Yeah, I
Nice.
don't really know much cocktails. I mean, I was thinking of trying something with the
Oh, if
more
it's
stuff
like
with the
if you count non-alcoholic, then I probably do strawberry brandies. They're really
Strawberry,
good.
non-alcoholic strawberry brandy. What?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Basically, you can get I guess you can just call them a smoothie at this point. You can get a mocktail is what they're called instead of a
Uh-huh.
cocktail. They're basically like the cocktail without the alcohol. So
That's
they're
cool.
a lot cheaper. So instead of paying like $9, you're paying like $2 or $3.
so it's like what's it called? Like some kind of like fancy, slightly sugary. Maybe they add some cream and strawberry stuff into it as well, or like
Yeah.
coconutty kind of like fancy drink.
Yeah, I had one that was really tasty at Harrison Hot Springs. It was really nice. It was like
Damn.
$3, and then everybody else had to pay like $9 because of the alcohol tax.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna show this to Randy real quick. I'll be back in a second.
Sure.
And we're in court real fast.
Court is now in session for the trial of Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio One of Global Studios. You know, Global Studios sounds like Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Man, it's the only other lawyer in the fucking Japan area, Edgeworth.
Edgeworth
it's-
personally sentences
It's
every
LA.
criminal.
Remember,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be in the States.
But it's LA, Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LA, it's the LA.
Tokyo.
Los-
San Fran, Tokyo.
Yeah, LA
Yeah,
in
what
Japan.
it means is that is he the only lawyer in this town? Sort of thing like that.
Fuck.
Well, remember, we fought against Pain in the first
Yeah, that's right.
tutorial.
Yeah, that's true. Are we against Edgeworth most of the time?
For this
Game?
version, yes.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Poor Edgeworth, he has to lose so many times to us.
Yeah, it's to lose like 6 consecutive cases.
It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact.
I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness.
Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand.
Here we go again.
Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court.
Somebody start the
Yes,
clown music.
sir. I'll explain with the guide map here.
This is gonna be funny.
To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios. See? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studio. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer. The defendant, Will Powers. And a young woman, the production assistant.
Don't even give them a name.
All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again?
Wow, that was way more
Should I listen to
professional.
the whole thing again? I think I can probably remember that.
So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval.
Samurai spear out of the court record.
Your Honor, this case is quite simple. You ask one question. The question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see?
Understood.
Call this security officer to the stand. And Detective Genshu was really, really professional at that time.
Yeah, he was better this time.
Will the witness declare her name?
Oh, jeez, here we go. My, aren't you a handsome fellow?
Oh, jeez.
I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Goodness.
Oh. Your name, please.
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Just call me Mommy.
Your name, please.
Just call me Grandmommy.
Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witness to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie.
But you can call me Mommy.
So
Jesus.
just tell them, what are you on, you know,
Oh
something
my
really
God.
special.
You're talking your ear off.
The Captain Chesco, Jr. I'll call you back, so crying and crying.
Objection. I object to the witness talkativeness.
Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony.
Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, it was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dearie. It's a yes or no question.
You may begin your testimony.
She sure is one hell of an old bag.
Oh.
Witness. Alright, here we go. So, on the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked by me at 2 p.m. That's not what you said before. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio.
saw the defendant then. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, see how this fast is going now because we're outside of the tutorial zone?
Yeah, can you go to the, look at our stuff real quick? If you go to the, no,
Man, there's
next.
only one user in chat, and it's me.
I'm also had this stream up, but I'm not chatting or anything like that.
I
this
don't
one
pay
says
attention
it
to the viewerships.
Yeah, this one says it was at, October 2 p.m. photo 2. Alright, so it didn't actually say a different time. Alright. Before I thought she said 2:30, but whatever. Close enough. Alright, so we would go to the one where she says that she saw powers. And
I
then
keep forgetting to turn
just-
off my unmute.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
He said he keeps on forgetting to turn off unmute.
I was here for
what
like half an hour.
Oh,
Oh, so you were talking for half an hour, didn't realize? Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
damn.
Don't you do that a lot or something?
I'm slow today, my dude.
Alright. Anyways, so it's 1 p.m. Alright, next. And we get from that to the next. Next.
You're talking about this one, right?
Certain man walked by at 2 p.m.
We can press it. It won't cost us anything.
Sure, press it. 2? You're sure? That's not the thing to ask, you dumbass. Sure as spit.
You. Well, who was the man?
Really? You should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't get your skylies on a bunch. I'll tell you who it was.
Why don't you strain?
Why is this woman a security guard to begin with? Oh my god.
Old lady is a gossipy, that's how they are. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading to a studio. I think we can present that shit right now. Objection! Let me get this straight, old bag. Or Miss Old Bag. Damn. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly?
None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Miss Oldbag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny?
Sonny.
Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? Oh, lady.
No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder.
True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean that Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. Dude, I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
Jeez. No one in this
You
court
were
is
born
accusing
this
you
way.
of that, Miss Witness.
I like how you avoided her name altogether. Oh shit.
He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. Why are we acknowledging that?
However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man.
What did you just call me?
Of course I have proof.
What?
Huh?
Even after the surprise. This lady kept it to herself.
The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you.
Does this lady
He's
not?
his lawyer.
Is he for real?
Like, why is she a security guard?
Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. What? He didn't even give it a second look. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good.
Let's hear about your proof then.
She just like is carrying it around. Jesus. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained an ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. As you can see, he's dragging his leg, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? No, he's dragging both legs.
That's not really a good.
So we had a
Hold on,
he
like-
had sprained his ankle.
Yeah, maybe he is dragging a leg. However, the thing doesn't even fit. So it can't.
Yeah.
I don't think he did sprain his leg. It's just the pants.
Yeah.
No,
Going
like
past-
maybe he did sprain his leg, but
Very
that's
well,
not-
Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
she's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. And pressing is free, I suppose.
Press all you want.
All right. So next. See, next.
So
Next.
Powers trip all and fall.
Can we press on that? Because like, if he broke the spear, then that might mean something. He broke a prop? Sure did. Its own samurai spear. The samurai spear? The murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this down in the court record. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. I would.
Seems like a good
Rest.
one to press on.
This one?
Yeah. Are you absolutely sure? Let's take a look at that picture again.
You can see the clear outline of 2 feet.
So he
In
was
the
walking
pants.
strangely because he
Yeah.
was injured.
It does look like he was dragging his foot.
It doesn't even fit.
And you didn't trust me, whippersnapper.
Whippersnap you, jeez.
That's how I know his powers. Happy? Alright, go back. I wanna ask about the sprained ankle, because the guy didn't mention any of that.
That's true. Well, Nick, find any glaring contradictions?
Well, she seems pretty sure that was Powers in the photo. I guess I'll just press her and see if I can shake her conviction. Apparently
Here.
sprained his ankle pretty bad. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the neck. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when we walked. No, when he walked. Dragging his foot, okay. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Nice day. Are you absolutely sure? Let's
Oh,
take a
already
look at
did
that
this.
picture again. I guess we have to... Oh no, it was Powers, happy? Still, you can't look at this and say it's Mr. Powers. Wait, did you press on that? Or whatever?
No, he did. Yes, but only Mr. Powers would have been dragging his legs. And yeah, I did press on the question.
He has a point. It does seem quite likely that it was Powers.
There's got to be more to this. I'd better keep pressing her. You pressed on that's how I knew it was Powers. Okay, did you
No,
press on that one, right?
yeah, I pressed on
Go
this
left.
one.
Okay, okay.
Go left. Okay. All right. Left.
Actually, why was she even there in the morning? She arrived at the main gate at 1 o'clock, so that means she
She
is
said she
there
was busy,
early.
yeah. She said she was busy.
Yeah.
Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers. He's the Steel Samurai. Then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me.
And what exactly were you doing?
Observing, just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run-through then. I saw Powers trip and fall.
Maybe go look at Trip and Fall. I don't know. I think we feel like we've done almost everything else.
Trip and fall? Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. Powers sprained his ankle. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped to make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better.
I kissed it where it hurt.
Let's just skip over that part, shall we?
Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
Oh no, is it gonna be
We could-
Penny that's gonna be the murderer? Oh
Well,
no!
She's not chunky enough to fill the upper body.
Yeah.
Wow, we'll
But
see.
definitely her
I don't know,
legs
but-
would be short enough to explain the bottom part.
Yeah, she's a
The upper body might just be, I don't know, somehow bulked out
Yeah.
as like the costume.
It could be Penny. I don't know. I don't understand.
Hmm.
This is pretty open. I don't know who did it.
I think we've heard
Yeah.
it. Oh,
Yeah, I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor?
Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
Which is?
Where is this Steel Samurai costume now?
Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. Actually, it is important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers.
I suppose that's right.
Are you sure you're sure, Honor? I feel like I would have. Yeah, because like
Show them the photo. Wait. We could show them the other photo that says it's the second photo of the day. Oh wait, no, we
That's
already
this
did
one.
that.
that's
Well,
this
I
one.
want to say, I want to object
Well,
because I want to
what's
show
that?
this photo
What-
because the spear is actually fixed.
Yeah, but no, she said
the
she
lady
fixed it with duct tape.
She said she fixed it with duct
Okay,
tape.
what's go two to the left? I know, is that just the
That's
layout?
the map.
Guide now.
What's on the right? Okay, well, what's on the right?
The spear.
No.
The spear itself.
A break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape.
I got nothing.
I'm going to object.
Because
just to
like
see.
we already showed the photo, and I guess it's not going to show.
We got,
Like
we got.
I don't know if it's going to bring up the dragging pant legs or not, right? Hold it right there. We kept talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers.
The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also.
Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
You do that voice really well.
No need to ask twice.
It's like, it's so full of itself, you know?
I know.
No
I'm
need,
ready for
Your
it.
Honor.
I'm ready for it.
Alright. The time of the poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studios before then was Will Powers. What is with this obvious pant-leg dragon thing that we can't acknowledge? No one else went there. Anyways. If they had, I would have seen them.
Ooh, maybe we should press on that.
Yeah.
So if no one else went to the studio,
Yeah, we can talk about the grade or something.
then it would have to be this steel samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Oh. Tomorrow's at 2:30 p.m., true? Yeah.
How would she know that?
Will Powers.
I guess.
Sorry.
No one else was there.
Oh, well, they found his dead body at 2:30, right?
Oh yeah, okay.
No one else went there.
The only person I saw go to the studio before then, no one else. I want to press into this. Only because we know that the photo is 1. I mean, number 2.
Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, did you want to present that?
No, press.
Okay, absolutely sure. Oh, come on, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody suspicious looking, alright. No one else went there.
So here I'm gonna
I would
say.
press them on I would have seen them. I would have seen. Hold on. Are you sure?
The witness has answered the question. Anyone going to the studio had to pass by the witness.
That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
man.
gonna have nightmares.
Edgy boy.
Old Windbag sure has balls, or well, I mean, you know what I mean.
Maurice.
Old Windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or for that matter,
forget
entirely forgetting them. Yeah, whatever. How convenient.
Something for you to look forward to, Brent. What the fuck? Tell me what else went there. And I would have seen them. Go to the our stuff and look at the map. So main gate, dressing room, employee area.
I mean, we can also present the map as well.
Yeah, I was thinking
Wait,
present
can
the
we?
map.
I don't see the option to present the game. Oh,
Oh no, it'll be
Like-
here.
oh
If they had, I would have seen them because theoretically the map, if somebody had escaped, I guess, but that seems like a long shot to me.
Well, we may never know until we actually do it. So
I got nothing, so go for
Do you
it.
guys have anything better? Or like we can? Is there anything else we can press?
I have no idea.
like the only thing I can understand by pressing is going through every single one. We can do that.
Oh, there
You
you
mean before 1 o'clock? We'll just do a really quick summary. Why everyone was in the employee area before then, and I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention,
If they had, I would have seen them. I guess.
There was a step ladder. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not in our proof though.
If they.
Okay. This is
I
tough.
Wait, try presenting the map.
At what
So,
spot? This spot?
Huh? No, presenting
part?
the map, the studio map.
to,
Yeah,
no,
which-
to which part of the testimony?
Oh,
You choose which statement, and then you.
oh,
I was thinking of doing that on if they had, I would have seen them, and you present the map as somebody could have gone from somewhere else.
it's so hard. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I would present the map here, I guess.
Maybe you present the picture as when she said no one else.
This evidence clearly revealed the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor.
How exactly are that evidence and the statement just now related?
They aren't, are they?
Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making
I
accusations.
literally took health damage there. And we take 2? Oh my god.
Oh no.
So I do want to press. I want to present this one. Oh, yeah, I was right.
Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. Oh my god, this shit.
It's because it says number 2.
What this is what I suggested to do.
Yes, sirree, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here, I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Well, put
Right.
you in a hole in
Anyway.
the ground.
Damn. It's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening.
Yeah, yours soon.
That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny. But wouldn't the first one being Hammer? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit where it says photo number 2.
Yeah, it would be Hammer.
Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it was really the only photo?
Oh. Order. Order. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright.
Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not 1 but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself. You mean you watch your mother, Webster? The only person I saw that day was Will Power. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Maybe she's the murderer when she says
Yes,
she
that's
didn't
what
see
it would seem
anybody.
to me.
It means she didn't see herself go and murder him. And then she came, then she went back and saw the other guy walk by. Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these newfangled computer things.
There you go. She doesn't know how to delete it.
Edgy boy, help! Pretty much she doesn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Well, she only cared about. She never cared about the number of the photos, and she only looks at the photos at the end of the day. Is
She
what we
says she
understood.
doesn't-
Oh, you mean, so she actually doesn't know how that came to be.
Yeah,
Okay.
believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too.
What is this?
Whippersnappers.
Something the matter, Miss Oldbag?
Ah, that's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai?
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
What the fuck?
Lady.
I see. Your testimony, please.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Oldbag, this is the first time I've heard of this.
Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it.
Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I do say this was a turn for the unexpected. I kind of expected this.
The other person.
Every day after I
guard
finish my
duties, I
guard
have one
duties,
other
I have
important
one.
job to do.
I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious, you see? And to think of it, just press this.
Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? Fanboy.
Oh, that explains the leg. It could be a kid.
Yeah.
Steel Samurai fanboy, real freaks if you ask me. They get their information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Wait a second.
Didn't you just
You
say that
just
no
say-
one else could get in? I locked them in gates and no one could get in. Those are your words. Well, you must know there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate had been loose for a while. It leads outside and, well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain? I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids? So on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh, he stole the
What?
costume.
We don't know that.
Well,
but
It
it
would have
would
been
explain the,
obvious if it was the 2nd or 3rd
Order,
grade kid.
order.
yeah, but like it would explain the dragging of the leg.
Yeah, but I mean, a kid would be way, way smaller than that, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's like a toddler, second
Like,
or
this
third
guy
grade.
is almost as tall as the sphere.
Yeah. Let me get
Let
this
me
straight.
get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg, and the other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh yes, we see this type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear.
Impossible, I'd think. It's quite heavy.
By my ass.
Oh, you would know? Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the date.
Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there, that makes him a suspect.
Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him.
This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time.
You know, that drain altogether kind of just, how do you say?
A loophole?
Yeah, there's a loophole. Like, just anyone could get in. It doesn't have to be a kid. It could just be a really tall guy. I mean, obviously,
Really
that's
thin
not
guy.
a really thin guy. Obviously,
So
So you
what
can
you're
get, like,
saying is Penny did it.
it could be Penny, but
I say it ain't so.
But if it was Penny, then why would they need to go through the drain? They would have already been there.
That's true. So what you're saying is that Penny was in the costume, pretending
Penny may
to
have
drag
been in
her
the costume.
feet.
Why would she pretend to drag her feet down?
Maybe she understood the fact that Powers was injured.
Yeah.
She did say she was in the scenario where they were watching them practice and rehearsal.
She said she was there?
Yeah, didn't she?
She said
The old
she also
lady said
sent
that she
the
wasn't there.
kid.
The old lady
Yeah.
said that Penny wasn't there.
Yeah, but Penny kept on feeling like there was somebody else watching her.
She said that she felt like there was somebody else there. Yeah. Alright.
So, go.
that's not me.
Oh,
Oh, Mr. Powers?
Yes.
See Flash real quick. Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio?
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest.
His shirt bunches up super weirdly when he goes forward.
who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have just walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would steal a samurai costume. So, where does this leave me?
It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick, what are we going to do?
First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this.
Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day.
Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
Lady,
I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
she
Nick.
did it.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, Nick, it's time.
Okay, let's go.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that.
She had the means, the motive, and the opportunity.
And she could have deleted the photo.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will
Wait, why the
Powers.
motive? Who had the motive? No one had the motive.
Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter?
Who had the
She
motive?
didn't like the steel. The old lady doesn't like the steel samurai guy. She
Yeah, but
loved
then
the
why-
other guy. Wait.
Then why would she kill that guy?
Yeah, it's
Why would
not
she
enough.
kill the guy she loves?
To because she
frame the
didn't
guy
like.
she hates?
Yeah, that.
That's a very
That doesn't
cut off
even
your
make
nose
any
to spite your
sense.
face kind of thing.
She's not. She's not the the brightest person, I guess.
That's phrase the
Prosecution
Okay.
thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio was a boy roughly 10 years of age.
We're gonna accuse the lady of being a liar and a murderer.
The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your thoughts?
The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime.
Order. Interesting. Let us
Sorry,
hear. Be
sorry.
aware this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. Man, this must be sweaty as fuck.
Sorry, gotta save on this one.
Like,
This is
imagine
gonna give
being
us
in that courtroom.
I feel like it's gonna give us an easy choice. Like it's gonna be 1, Edgeworth, 2, Dick Gumshoe, 3, the old lady. That's what it's gonna be, or something like that.
No, it's gonna be.
So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder?
I hate to say it, but the assistant girl, because we have so little information on her.
Yeah,
But
and
do we
she was
really
the
have
only one
any-
that she could have. She had all the tools to kill.
She has the she doesn't have the motive, but she has the means.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the security lady could have also just as easily done it.
I don't know about that. I feel
Like,
like,
what
she's
could
too-
the assistant girl do that the old lady couldn't?
Well, she's the one
It's-
that carries the camera.
The assistant girl?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like you saw how the feet were dragging. The person had to be short.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how tall the old lady would be, but I feel like Penny, because Penny is obviously much shorter. It's more obvious that she doesn't fill up those legs. I don't know why no one notices that those pants are not being filled.
Yeah, I don't understand that too.
But wouldn't the security lady have recognized the assistant girl?
She's in the
Walking by?
She's already in the place. She wouldn't have to go through.
No,
Yeah.
she would still have to pass through the gates.
She'd have to pass going
She
the
would
other
have
way to get
pass
the
camera. I
and
mean,
coming
she'd
back.
have to pass the
Yeah.
camera.
If she passed the camera, she can also go back to the main security room and delete the photo before the other person got there.
No, it's because the security lady saw it and said it was a kid, right? If the security lady saw the assistant girl, she wouldn't say it was a kid. Or at least that's what I believe. She wouldn't say it was a second or third grade boy, right?
Yeah.
But the security lady
That
could
would be
have
really
gone and
fucking-
killed him, could have gone and killed him, come back and made up the excuse.
Well, if we put it on the, I'm with Seth on this one. Well, what
Okay.
What
It
does
does make a little bit of sense.
Like,
I don't know.
why would the security lady have known
Oh.
it was the assistant girl?
It's a hard choice. I don't think any of these choices are kind of easy. Except
And
I
it's not,
definitely don't.
we're just accusing them. We're not actually pinning it on them.
Who was this person other than Powers that could have committed murder?
We're delaying
So-
a day extra just to
Because
find the actual
there's
proof.
no
We're not trying
there's
to find
no-
the solution right now.
There's no proof that holds the security lady at the guard post all day, really.
Yeah.
She could have gone in there and killed him.
I'm surprised there isn't any mention of going back to the employee.
Yeah, actually,
area,
that
you
is
know?
a big one.
There's like no mention of anybody going back. But
That's
I
true.
guess
Yeah,
that's
the
just how-
camera-
I understand what you mean by the assistant girl. Like, I
Yeah.
understand she's kind of an unknown, and for some reason it's weird she doesn't even have a name and all that sort of stuff like that, right?
Penny.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but like she's just, you know what I mean. But it's super weird. Yeah, that's just assistant.
Assistant.
Why is it
Penny
assistant?
Nichols.
No. There's the big one.
Nickel.
She's in charge of the props.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So
in charge
she
of
has
large
to have
props
at
and
least a
stuff.
bit of the strength to be able to lift some of the props.
Large. Yeah, you're right. Large props and set pieces.
Go hover over the old lady. Claims she saw Powers heading to the scene. Okay.
Age? Question mark? Question mark?
She's old.
Yeah.
She's also old and senile. There's no way she could have murdered Big Boy here.
Penny is young and spry. She has that young person energy for murdering, I guess.
So we're going to assume that Miss
Nicole's.
Oldbag
Even if it's
saw the
not
picture and got it
even
wrong.
if it's not Penny, this gives there is enough gap in the information to
Extend the day.
extend the day. It could be someone else, but this, I feel like the assistant girl has enough. There's so little information on her.
We're just dragging it out.
Yeah, we're just dragging it out. We're not
listening.
100% accusing someone.
No, I know, but still.
Yeah.
All right.
If you say so, then sure. It was the assistant. The steel samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the steel samurai.
So you're saying the
someone-
steel samurai in this
Oh, but they're
picture
gonna catch us
is
in the
really the
dragon foot.
assistant?
They're gonna catch us in the dragon foot. That's correct, Your Honor.
If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the steel samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot.
Oh, uh-oh. Bad feeling time. I told you guys.
Remember
I
the
told you
testimony
guys.
concerning Power's injury.
Well, we all know that.
No, but she said that the girl didn't know about the foot. She didn't know.
The assistant knew nothing of Mr.
But,
Power's
but
injury.
actually, we're not talking. Wait, we were talking about the other person who could have gone there. But
Yeah.
it was. Oh wait, no,
She
we're
could
talking.
look-
Just it could have been someone else. Yeah.
She couldn't walk the steel samurai walk. She wouldn't have lived.
Okay, so we thought it would be somebody replacing the kid, maybe, not somebody replacing the
You're
steel
right.
samurai.
I'm afraid I have to penalize you as I warned.
George, you know what to
Did
do.
we just
Save
lose some maximum energy?
Yeah, we lost some health.
No, maximum energy, not just some energy.
Yeah, I do actually have a save state in case we fail.
Okay. Who was this person? Other than
Well,
Mr.
the secretary
Power?
lady, as is the secretary.
It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The steel samurai is dragging his leg in this picture.
Mookie Hub, hello!
Hey, I told you guys, I literally told you. That
Yeah.
means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper?
Oh yeah, because he's wearing a mask too.
Order. Is this true or bad?
Miss Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate.
Oh, I'm doing okay.
Hey, yeah, we're good. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the steel samurai costume. Then slept in Studio 1 at the scene of the murder.
Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the steel samurai costume?
Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright.
No, it should be Mr. Jonah.
Oh yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. Baby.
Man, that even sounds like Jonah.
It should be Sherlock Holmes. And he on the next game.
What's going on here?
It's gonna be Edgeworth is shaking his head.
That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't usually jump with an objection. There's a new damning evidence.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the persecution have an opinion on this matter?
The persecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
Oh my god, she's throwing her under the bus.
What? What's that supposed to mean? So you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there. Do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way.
Press and murder.
Wait, press what?
Press the
her.
accusation further.
Yeah.
We
We kind of have to because we have to extend the day, so we have to like push it.
Yeah. Well, I guess so. Yeah, press further.
We kind of have no choice here.
Maybe we don't. It will take another day. I'm not sure.
What do you mean by it'll take another day? I kind of feel
Sorry. I'd say
you
like,
kind of like proved enough that there's doubt, sort of thing like that. I don't know what pressing further might be like. You know, when you press them in order to get them to say something that trips them up, it'll press you to say something that makes you trip up. The very same reason that makes Mr. Powers the suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. Why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too.
Indeed.
That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Very much hard feelings.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased.
He's only a grade schooler though. As you said, 2nd or 3rd grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was at that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Damn, she's crazy.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, if you think she couldn't curl a spear, accuse her of being weak and she'll tell you, I could totally kill a man with a spear in a studio in 30 minutes. What? How can you be so sure? Oh, we're good, Mookie Hub. How are you?
Yeah, look up.
This thing's going crazy. Oh, or is it to
This
be
is
nice
really
to the kids
engaging,
and
though.
mean to your elders day, whippersnapper? I have proof. Proof?
Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder?
Oh, the key card, I see.
The key card, yeah.
Oh.
The name of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key?
I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
The Windbag. Speechless. This has got to be a first.
Very well. The court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy. What was her name?
Wendy Oldbag.
Something old bag, Your Honor.
Windy Oldbag.
Wendy Oldbag.
Windy Oldbag. Then the persecution will look further into this old bag before we continue.
Damn, you're one to talk, Judge.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Oh man, this is a perfect end.
Yeah, I'm one to talk.
Oh. I'm not going to just sit there and run up the wrong tree. Me! I'm talking.
Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk.
Miss Bag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
See, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Again.
Not to talk
Not
about?
to talk about.
By whom?
Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk?
Well, testify. Oh,
Again, more
Oh
doesn't
my
even-
god.
Oh my god. Clover Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder.
my God, this woman.
They said they had nothing to do with it, see?
What?
So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day.
Are you fucking kidding me?
But if you're going to go kissing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Well, she does kiss all the people above her, right?
All right, she
She's
kissed
a
ass
kiss
kiss.
up to authority,
Yeah.
supposedly. But,
I don't like the combination of this old lady and
Miss
kissing.
Oldbag,
yeah,
this
I
is
get you.
crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
You've been listening. They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. Okay. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
What's her cross-examination? She's full
It's
of crap.
mostly questioning what is happening currently.
I could have fucking declared, send her to the fucking.
No, fucking
death
who
camp.
is? She's seen them. Who
Yeah,
was it?
perjuring yourself is kind of bad in the
Yeah.
thing, you know what I mean?
Well,
Alright.
fucking
Yeah.
hit continue.
Go. Those is not really keep quiet about something, okay?
Press. Be quiet about what?
Sure. There were some other people at the studios and they pressed that.
Yeah, no, this is 100% this. 100% click.
Oh, Mookie held left.
Who were these people? I see a movie. Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
Well, yeah, they have to be there during the rehearsal.
Oh my fucking god.
The director?
We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run through of their action scene without a
Wait,
director?
why wouldn't Will Power mention this?
He was asleep. He couldn't say much.
Oh,
He
yeah,
was
yeah,
got
yeah.
arrested, right? He is the
No, I
suspect.
mean- Yeah, he can't give witness testimony
Yeah.
for some reason. But yeah, so he can't give witness testimony like
We
that.
might call him to the stand later. We don't know.
That is a possibility.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
can't.
we did that with
Larry, but that was
Bly.
that was a tutorial story part with Larry at the stand. Most of the time, I don't think your guy goes to the stand.
Hmm.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, let's go.
Of course.
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
Sure.
So where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run through.
That makes sense because he was eating lunch with everybody else.
He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? The guy that Gumshoe said not to fucking look at? Well, if you look at the guide map,
Because
Here it
Gumshoe
is.
didn't go in.
because he's a
There's
dickhead,
also a
that's
tree
why.
blocking it.
Go
Well,
through the gate.
you can
and
walk
all the way
around
to
the
the left.
tree.
Yeah, I know, but for some reason in games, fallen trees are impassable.
Yeah, I
all
guess.
it takes to stop Gumshoe is a little bit of leaves. He got stopped by a fucking oversized salad.
That path is not
of the-
blocked. It fell onto the side of the
Well,
road.
Mr. Rice,
Yeah.
would you like to continue the cross-examination?
I think I've already.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, continue. Why not?
Yeah.
They said they had nothing to do with it. See? Gee.
Oh,
Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder. I know that, silly.
do you?
Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it.
What's convincing about them?
And they gave me a little bonus on the side.
She was bribed. What the fuck?
Exactly.
So you got your bonus and you still talked?
Wonderful.
I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. Does this thing mean that we're basically done here?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because
probably.
we
Huh?
can't have a proper judgment when we don't have everybody in the court. So for all we know, the director could have killed the jackhammers.
Yeah.
So I guess it's like if you
If the
just wanted
director and the other
to.
guy went there, then wouldn't they have caused pictures too? I've learned there were others at the Global Studios on the day in question.
Maybe they could have been picture 3 and 4, but she deleted them.
Yeah,
That's
the
true, too.
director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. Actually, no, the guy went over at 2:30 and they went there after lunch, right? They would have
Maybe,
been
yeah.
before. I think.
Well, they could have just stayed in the Studio 2. If you go to Studio 2 to Studio 1, the camera won't take any pictures.
No, but I mean, they had to
no.
get to Studio 2, right?
Yeah, so the
And they
map
had to
is
cross the
so this is the
camera.
gate. So that means no matter what, they'll get their pictures taken when they're going to Studio 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
so there
gate-
had to have been pictures of them at some point that maybe she deleted, but
Yeah.
like depending on the time, if they went there right after lunch, they might be before the costume Steel Samurai, right? Because right after lunch is probably 1 o'clock or something.
I'm a little confused. Given all this, what does the first photo have to do with anything? I'm actually a little confused about.
First photo? What do you mean by the first photo?
If the first photo was
This
a
one.
kid.
This
No,
one?
that's the second photo.
Oh,
Could be a
sorry.
red
The first
herring.
photo
She
of the
could, or
kid.
she could still be lying about it.
So-
Yeah, could be.
I
red
have a
herring, could be
feeling that the kid might be playing an important role later on because he might be a witness.
Yeah.
I think maybe he saw something.
Yeah.
We're gonna find
He might show up in our further investigation. Oh.
The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of.
I like this face. I'm
his
just
eyes like twitching.
oh, I don't know why it's so funny.
I don't know why he's surprised.
I understand, Your Honor.
He doesn't say anything.
This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Yeah, George is probably so frustrated that this old lady just held all this extra information from him.
Yeah, he does that every time a witness decides to be stupid.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright.
He's
I was
snake.
right to ask you to defend me.
Oh, really? It's nothing. Oh, or should I sniff?
We'll be going down to the studios to do some more.
That's Phoenix.
We went down to the studios to do some more investigating. And look at the size of his neck and clavicle.
He's
Yeah.
a freaking Chad.
Like, look at the neck, the two veins at the side of his neck. Those ones are super hugely wide. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. We could fit a tennis ball in between his legs.
Yeah.
To get material for the cross-examination.
So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag?
What do you think, Mr. Powers?
I don't think it was her, really.
None of us did. Neither do I, Nick.
Yeah, I know. I was just buying time back then.
Yeah,
Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. That's how our legal system works.
One of the times, actually. Poor old windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her.
Well, she wasn't winning any points in there with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studio. Sorry, I didn't see that.
Right. We'll be back to visit you soon.
Thank guys.
To be continued. This is a good place to stop.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder, is he sniffing out of like, if he's sad, or are he just one of those people? You know how some people just sniff
He was
a lot as they
crying
talk.
mostly.
I think
he cries a lot.
brought to tears and appreciation.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's an
Because-
emotional man, okay?
Yeah.
Because he cries easily, is what I would assume.
Yeah, makes sense.
He's the sensitive type.
Man, actually, I hate people that sniff all the time.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair, I guess. Everybody has their
I don't know.
subjectiveness.
I remember one time where sometimes you're in a room with and there's like zero other sounds, and then there's just a guy that sniffs every couple seconds and stuff like that. You're like literally gonna go insane.
Wow, I'm sorry about that.
But you don't sniff. At least I haven't
do,
noticed
sometimes.
you sniff.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
because I
that's
have
like
a
a-
really good suppressor, and I also mute myself quite a lot.
Yeah.
No, the ones that when I was next to you in BCIT, it wasn't that bad or anything. What I
Oh,
mean
okay.
was there was somebody I remember had like a cold or something like that, and they never blew their nose. You know, like when you have a cold and like you need to blow your nose, like you can feel it dripping, but you just sniff it every time. And it only takes, and they just did it. It was like
It's just
You're
kicking
grinning-
the
you're
can
grinning.
down the road.
it was
for
like more
hours.
than an hour or
Oh,
something like
man.
that. And I was
You
like,
would hate the winter of Japanese sky trains, because in the sky train there's a lot of people that will never blow their nose in in the train stations, because it's like a taboo. Making a noise in the Japanese stations or like in the train is almost a taboo.
Man, I sneeze on the train all the time.
It's
Even
the
right now, like
worst.
you know, it even at the beginning of the pandemic, it was like last summer. People are
Mhm.
like I sneeze because it's allergy season, and then like the
Oh,
nearest
I
7
hate
people, their
that.
heads would whip around, and we're like,
Thanks for watching.
oh,